Hello everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master, and I'm pleased to announce that I have finally gotten around to the movie theaters and seen the newest Minions movie, Rise of Gru. Um, I gotta say, it was alright. Um, as usual, beware of spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it yet, which I can understand why not, due to the pandemic and the monkeypox and the other crap that's going around, you might want to wait to watch this review. Those of you that are still here, here's the review, and I'm going to give my score afterwards, like I usually do. Plus, a little bit of a instance that happened to me. So, the movie starts out not exactly with Gru, but with the something six. I forget the group name, but I would have called him the Sinister Six, but alright. I know that's not the name, but that's something I would have called them. But anyway, just a group of villains that basically got around pulling heists together, like huge ones. I'm talking Sly Cooper level heists, like legit stealing from other villains. Except for the only issue is it clearly the group clearly fell apart towards a little bit into the movie, because like it opens with some kind of chase sequence, I'm guessing, and that's when you're introduced to the main, not the main character, sadly, but that Sinister Six I was telling you about. Well, I'm gonna keep calling them that. I know it's not their name, but it's easier for me to, rolls off the tongue better for me. Anyway, maybe it was the Big Six. Ah, great. They're part of some International Villains League. Anyway, the issue is this. It's not quite sure on, I don't think the movie was quite sure what the heist was that they were pulling, because, they really seem to go everywhere with this one until they basically kick off their leader. Well, this was more of a revenge kind of thing, but I'll get into that. I don't want to move too fast and have this review go backwards and forwards. I'll get into that when I get into that. Anyway, so it starts off with that, and then we cut to Gru in school with his classmates. His teacher's asking him what exactly they want to be when they grow up. Some of them suggest doctor or like some other normal career. But Gru suggests he wants to be a supervillain. His teacher is one of those dull, boring, oh, interesting kind of ones. And, it's like she really doesn't give two clocks about her job as a teacher. Especially when the other kid says he wants to be a teacher like her, the other kid, or the teacher literally goes, "No, you don't. Trust me." So I'm assuming that either she's one of those teachers that doesn't give two clogs, or, maybe the school is underpaying their employees, which I would understand if money is tight or whatever, but, a lot of us find ways to cut corners due to tight budgeting. But anyways, then he gets home and we see that he's already got his minions. He lives with his mom, and she's one of those players who gets a new boyfriend every, I don't know how long or so or whatever. She's one of those, basically. And Gru, she's like, "Tell your little buddies to pull their own weight around here. If not, you better kick them out." Anyway, so here's the thing. Like, they tidied up the lair and everything that's in the basement. Yeah, that's where their lair is for the time being. He ends up receiving, we get into a cleaning montage with the minions, and then he ends up receiving a invitation to join the Big Six. And then when he gets to the audition, the lady's like, "Who the heck is this? He's just a kid." And the guy that was checking the application said, "I thought he was a tiny man, judging by the way he looked. I thought he was just a tiny man." Which I can understand that, because very rarely do I know anyone that's like small like that, but with no other choice. Very rarely do I see any adult-based people that are, I haven't run into one yet. However, this goes back to my whole thing where I thought my little brother was gonna have dwarfism, basically, when he was little. So, if the doctors were right, and he did, then yeah, I guess I would have. You get the point. Anyway, the point is, I don't know anyone other than my nephews that are about Gru's size. And I can understand, a few things, too, because the Sinister Six made a big mistake judging him by his cover. Or at least the leader did. Because they stole some kind of stone. So Gru stole it from them. Then they basically ended up chasing him down in the beginning, throughout the movie. And then Gru gets captured by none other than the former leader of that other group. And get this, he was also Gru's favorite supervillain. He was his idol. And, of course, he started acting all mean towards Gru and whatnot. You know, we're not going to get into the whole ransom situation, other than the fact that one of the minions is the one that answers the phone. Now, whatever that stone is or whatever, it's got some kind of powers to, well, I'm going to get into that later. Like I said, I don't want to go backwards. Basically, when the Chinese New Year hits, their plan was to use that stone and basically transform and pretty much take over the entire world by the Chinese New Year. And so yeah, once that clock struck 12, bam. That is why they wanted the stone so badly. However, they run into a few hurdles. The minions get word that Gru gets captured. But one of the minions, Otto, he gets a hold of the thing and trades, but somehow ends up trading it in for something else at a kid's birthday party. Only to find out that the person who he traded it to, he said he gave the stone to his dad because it was more his style. Only to find out that when they go to retrieve the stone back, he had the stone all along. So they had to go and retrack that stone down like nobody's business. And then, when they finally did get it back, of course, you know, the Sinister Six managed to get a hold of it. But while this is all happening, well, before this is all happening, this Fist guy tells Gru that maybe he should go home and, you know, my villainy days are over. Maybe we should go home. Or maybe you should go home. You know. But afterwards, in the middle of Gru riding back home on a train, but before all of these train deals go on, before all of that goes on, they pull a heist where Gru poses as this Fist guy's grandson, and he literally has to steal whatever was inside that safe, and it goes out as according to plan. But he had to suffer a few shocks from a defibrillator device. Because he was so good at what he was doing. This Fist guy, he was so good at what he was doing, nobody could tell he was faking. So, of course, naturally, someone carrying a defibrillator decided, well, look, let's shock this guy. And right when he says, "Oh my gosh, I'm feeling fine now," he's still getting shot. You know. But this works out well for Gru, because it gives him more time to get whatever out of that vault. And then make it back to the rendezvous point. Anyway, the heist goes well, only to discover that when those two get back to his idol's house, it is completely destroyed by the Big Six out of revenge. See, this is the revenge point I was talking about. It was completely destroyed out of revenge, and so he tried to get them back big time. He ransacked the place looking for the stone. They ransacked the place, looking for the stone and destroying everything out of revenge. So basically killing two birds with one stone. I know I'm talking a lot about stones here, but you get the point. The puns are right there. Anyway, here's the thing, though. But the main reason why they teamed up in the first place, they basically bond over saving this fish guy's life. I think it was Thunderfist or... Oh my god, I'm really bad at names. Anyway, he saved this guy's life from being attacked by a pool of alligators. I don't know why he keeps a pool of alligators. Ugh. That'd be enough to creep me out. And Gru, as an 11-year-old kid, he jumped in there and he saved his life. He's like, are you kidding me? You're my favorite villain. I know I could have ran, but I didn't because I wanted you to stay alive because I couldn't let you get hurt or killed by those crocodiles or alligators. Ah, frick. I keep getting their things mixed up. Anyway, well, after saving his life, he pretty much bonds over it. They pretty much become partners, and, obviously, again, we cut to the heist with the fake heart attack. That works, and then we get back to the whole place being ransacked thing. And then, fast forward to the Chinese New Year chime, and Gru is, of course, stuck on the clock. About to basically get ripped apart limb from limb, pretty much. And the guy is nowhere to be seen. He's like, you can trash everything I own, you can trash me myself, but I am not going to let you stand by and hurt that kid. Which, obviously, is huge. Because he saved his life, so he owed Gru one. Not to mention, they became friends because of Gru being his biggest fan. And it's just crazy. And that's why the Big Six made a huge mistake underestimating him. Like Demek says, in Kingdom Hearts 2, you shouldn't judge anyone by appearance. Dude, I could totally see a Despicable Me based world if Disney had Illumination in their corner. That would have been so cool. That would actually have been kind of cute. But anyway, all is well except for he, along with the Big Six, and by he I mean Thunderfist or whatever his name is. Anyway, Groot's idol gets arrested, and he goes, I'm not going to be in jail for long. Well, apparently within the explosion that took place after what's-his-name got that guy into the back of the truck, And Thunderfist is thought to be dead. So Gru and his minions hold a funeral only to find out that the guy managed to escape prison, fake his own death, and somehow found out where Gru was going to be. Now, I have a few theories on that. My guess is he might have slipped a tracking chip into his clothes. It could be very easy to do so considering the outfit that Gru wears. It's less revealing and, more easily capable of hiding stuff like that. So it's crazy to think about all that. I mean, yikes. Gru's like, oh my gosh, I thought you were dead. Man, I can't wait to try that on the police. I'm gonna so get them big time. And what's funny is, I have another theory that if they make another movie that goes into the future basis, like a Despicable Me 4, or possibly 5, that's probably what's going to end up happening. It's probably going to go full circle. But let me know what you guys think. I would say that the rating for this has to be a 8 out of 10, which would most likely probably equal 4.5 out of 5 stars. Till next time, I've been Riku Keyblade Master. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, and stay awesome as usual. Peace, and I love you all. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, everybody. I cannot stress that.